we're going to be showing you how to do a coolant flush on a 2015 Ford Mustang 3.7 liter V6. Kind of already started everything. So starting up underneath your radiator, you're gonna observe a little petcock here. It's hand tight, you're able just to use your hand. You unscrew this, you'll start flowing out of this little hole right here. As you can tell, it's kind of choking up. So I'll show you a little tip. There's no radiator cap on top. So what you're gonna do is, or for the radiator, so what you're gonna do is open up the reservoir cap. And that's gonna allow air into the system. And as you can see, it's now flowing out, creates a vacuum as air comes into the system. So now air is going into the system and it's taking the displacement of the coolant and pushing the coolant out. And the air is filling it up. Now this coolant hasn't been changed in 11 years or 120,000 miles, so we're now just observing until this is fully done. Now that the coolant has stopped leaking out of the petcock into our catch can down there, we are ready for the next step, which will be adding distilled water. Here's the distilled water that we're gonna use. It's just cheap water. Make sure you use distilled. That way it has no minerals. Normal drinking water has minerals in it. You don't want to run that through the engine. That can cause corrosion and hurt the seals. So utilize distilled water. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna fill this coolant up to the max line. First, we're gonna close the petcock so it doesn't start running back out. And then we're going to fill this coolant reservoir all the way up to the max line as much as we can to replenish the coolant that we've just emptied out of the radiator. And we're gonna start the vehicle, let it run for about 10 to 15 minutes. Just let it idle on the jack stands is fine. That'll force all this distilled water into the engine, and we'll run the heat on so that it gets into the heater core, and that'll push all that old coolant back to the radiator, where we will repeat the step again. We have now filled the reservoir up with water. We have removed our coolant. We've closed the petcock. We're ready to now start the car. So what's gonna happen when we start the car is this is going to start burping effectively the air out of the system, and the water will start sucking down. As that happens, we're gonna wanna keep adding distilled water. From draining the petcock, we only got about half a gallon out of the reservoir and the radiator, which is normal. So we're gonna let the car idle, heat on full blast, 10 to 15 minutes. Leave the cap off, and as this water starts to decrease, add more distilled water. Do that for about 10 to 15 minutes. Turn the car off after that. All right guys, now that the vehicle is on, you're gonna wanna watch this level. As you can see where the water is, it gets below the max. Fill it up with some distilled water. The heat is on, full blast. The car's gonna idle for about 10 to 15 minutes before we do our next drain. Now that we let the car run for 15 minutes, got it to 190 degrees Fahrenheit, which is the thermostat opening point. And this is no longer draining this coolant level here. So we know it's full. That or there's air in the line, which is fine. We're gonna get that out. We're now ready to pull the peacock and drain out for our first flush. All right, y'all, petcock has been closed. Our first official flush has taken place. We're now going to refill the reservoir, back up with distilled water, run the car for another 10 minutes, repeat the step. Let's see how good I am. No funnel. We went a little bit past the max line. I wanted to do about half a gallon. So as you can see, we went past the max line. The car will end up sucking this water, and I will have to finish the rest of this gallon out in here, but I just wanted to go a little bit above the max. Gives myself a little bit more time to get around the car. I don't have to run or rush or anything. All right, leaving the cap open again. We're just gonna start the car, max on full heat, let it do its thing. Petcock is closed. That's all we really need to do, and this is filled up. It is now under the min line as it sucked up that distilled water. Now I'm filling it back up. Just finished our second gallon. We're now on our third gallon. And now we're holding steady right under the max line. Good sign. Let the car warm up at 190. It's currently at 180. At 190, the thermostat should open up and should suck some of this distilled water in. We'll add a little bit more when that happens. Okay, now that we are under the car, we're going to loosen up the petcock. It had a little bit of time to cool. Gonna open this very slowly as it's gonna be kind of hot coolant. Keep your face away from it. Make sure y'all are wearing safety glasses because you don't want to get coolant in your eyes. As you can see, there's some steam coming off this, so it's yeah, it's pretty hot. We'll let this slowly drain out here. When this begins to fill up right around here, we'll pull it completely out, letting it all go. But right now, if you were to pull this out, it would shoot out over to here and spray down at the same time. It'd be a cluster. So to mitigate that, we're just gonna let it do its thing. This is scalding hot. I would not want this to get on my face. Now that we've finished our third flush, started off pretty rough. Now there was oil in the pan, so it looks worse than it is. And slowly gets diluted. This is the first, second, and third flush. Before I put it in here, so as you can see, it's lightened up a lot. The contaminants you see floating around are just outside the engine, things that fell into it. But as you can tell, it's a lot cleaner. Our pre-diluted yellow antifreeze in. The engine's still nice and warm. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna fill this all the way up so it's really full, pretty much to this line right up here. And then we are going to start the car, let it suck it all down. We'll squeeze on the upper radiator hose, which is located right here, to help push some of that air out. And in doing that, we will suck even more coolant in. Make sure your petcock is closed as always. It is. So let's get the fill in here. We've now added about almost a full gallon here. So now, just gonna put the lid on her. We went past the max line because we know it's gonna suck it down. We're gonna start the car now. And then once this decreases, we're gonna fill up the rest of this into here. Then we're gonna squeeze on this radiator hose. All right, so now that the engine is on, you will see that this is slowly starting to sink down. So we'll come in, we'll add some more. Now we're gonna squeeze this upper radiator hose a little bit. As we squeeze it, it drops even more. And that right up to the max again. And then some more squeezes. We let this run for about 5 minutes. When the heater core opens up, we're gonna add more. It's gonna suck more in. Now that we've added the new coolant, you're going to want to run the vehicle again, 10 to 15 minutes, get it up to operating temperature, which on this car is 190 degrees Fahrenheit to 205 degrees Fahrenheit. That's when the thermostat opens up. Make sure you're running it on full heat so the heater core opens up as well. Once that's done, for that final step, make sure it's pressurized. Close the cap and make sure the petcock is closed. Leave the system pressurized for this one. That way it's under pressure throughout the whole process. And then top off as needed. As y'all can see, we had already ran the vehicle. And we are underneath the max line, so we're perfect right now. And then after you do that, if you are low, let the car sit, let it cool down. Once it cools down, top off to just under this max line as needed. Obviously, you never want to open this up when the vehicle is hot, so let it cool down to a safe temperature. I would recommend just leaving it overnight, 12 hours, and then opening up the next day and topping off to under your max line as needed. And then after that, that's pretty much it. You're just gonna run the car again, and you're gonna ensure that it reaches proper operating temperature. For today, when we were doing it, it's the next day from the original gallon. We let it sit overnight, and then today, it took us about 35 minutes at idle to get to operating temperature under a pressurized system, and it didn't go under the max line. Or excuse me, it didn't go into the min line. So that's good, that's what you wanna see. Obviously, if there was air in the car, if there's air in the block or in the heater core, if there's air anywhere and there was any issues, we would have spiked to 200 and 210 real fast. We would have got up there really quick. It took us 35, 40 minutes at idle to get just to 190 degrees, which is the lowest point for operating the thermostat opening. So we're pretty much done here with this, but I am going to let this cool again for another 12 hours. And once this is cold to the touch and everything's nice and cold in here, pull the petcock. I'm gonna drain the reservoir on the radiator out again, and then I'm gonna add a 2nd gallon of coolant, because right now we're rocking with 1 gallon of coolant and 2 gallons of distilled water in the system. So I'm gonna flush that distilled water out, put another gallon of coolant in, so we should have 1 gallon distilled water and 2 gallons coolant. And then I'll close this off, let it pressurize and run like it's supposed to, and check it from there. Now, it's been another 24 hours. I decided I would do another round and get out another gallon of distilled water and add another gallon of coolant in. So that's what we did. Drain the petcock, as you've seen multiple times throughout the video. Refilled this up back up to the max. We're running it right now at idle. It's not an operating temp yet, but as you can see, this is what came out of the radiator after letting it run for 40 minutes on idle. Nice coolant, nice and clean, that's what you want. That's the coolant that's going through your system right now. Obviously, if this is really clean, then that's gonna be even cleaner. Don't forget, dispose of your coolant properly. Don't just dump it out on the ground.